Well, good morning. Happy Thursday. If you've ever wondered if these videos are edited, you can see that they're not because I am driving the PMS Express today, and I have not one, but 2, 3, 4, 5 little friends joining me today. So for everyone who has ever said videos must be altered or edited, there must be a filter on it, blah, 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 I am here to disprove that theory because this is all the glory of about to be getting your period. So I'm going to show you how to fix that today because I know a lot of people that question how to do these things and how to do them well and how to do them believable. And honestly, less is more, which is always my belief. But when you're doing something like this, hi Lauren, when you're covering up something like some hormonal acne, thanks to Mother Nature, definitely don't pack on too much product. That's kind of the number one rule of thumb. So I'm going to start with Touch Glorious Primer and just put that on my face while I get kind of prepared for what I'm going to do. Always a first step. The only thing I did this morning was I washed my face and I actually put the brightening mask on it. The brightening mask has a ton of vitamin C, and I feel like it really does a good job of zapping my zits when I get them. I've also been using the exfoliating mask followed by the detox mask to spot treat them at night. These gems just popped up yesterday. So I usually give the masks and everything about 2 to 3 days to really take effect. So I'm just going in with a little primer right now. Where is my handy dandy? There she is. Okay. So I am going to use the stick foundation today because I want full coverage, clearly. Sadly, I can't keep my makeup on today because I'm getting a spray tan later. We're going on vacation next week. And so I'm actually literally just doing this makeup to end up washing it off, but it's fine. I figured this was a learning opportunity for everybody. And also to show you that no matter how good you do take care of your skin, you are going to have little eruptions every so often. So that's what the name of today's game is. All right, so we're gonna go in with stick foundation in the shade Lace, which is my current, hi Layla, hi Kate, my current shade because I'm super pale. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of like magic erase what's happening here on the old mug. And that's all the places that I'm going to put it. So I'm clearly not covering every square inch of my face, which is totally fine. We're going to blend it in with the Kabuki brush, which is in stock right now. So if you guys are interested in getting the Kabuki brush, I would say run, don't walk, or click my nose and pull up the description box and hit the shop link, because these things sold out in 30 minutes last time they came in stock. So hello, Jamie. How are you? So definitely jump on and grab one. Hi, Lisa. So I'm just going to go in and press the foundation into my skin. You can see how easily it blends out with the Kabuki brush. It's absolutely everything. And this is just a first pass. So if you ever put your makeup on and you feel like you want a little bit more coverage, you can still add a little bit more. It's not a one size fits everything situation. Hi, Andy. You can definitely go on thicker, thinner, heavier, lighter, however you want to call it. Totally up to you. I have brightening mask still sticking off of my face. But this full coverage foundation is literally a lifesaver for people that need to cover up. Craig David, oh my God, I used to love Craig David. He had, what was that song? Oh my God, it was in high school. Was it Will You Let Me In? I don't know. I was obsessed with him in high school. That is a name I haven't heard in a very long time. Fill Me In, that was it. Fill Me In, not Let Me In. Okay, so all blended out. I blended down my neck a little bit, but literally blemishes are erased with this. totally erased. And that's just with foundation. We haven't even done the concealer. We haven't done anything over the top of it. So I am going to go in with concealer, and I'm going to put a little bit of Velour concealer on today. I get a lot of concealer questions. I actually use 3 different colors of concealer. I use Velour, which is a little bit more of a yellow shade. I use Scarlet, which is the lightest shade that we have, and it's more of a neutral. And then I use Organza occasionally, and Organza has more, it's light like Scarlet is, but it has a little bit more of a pink undertone to it. And so depending on the color of your skin, the color of the veins in your wrist, if you tan or if you burn, I can help you kind of pick the right concealer. So I'm going to go in with Velour because Velour is not quite as bright as Scarlet. And I just kind of want to do a very natural look today. So I'm going to go and put a little bit of Velour under my eyes. And I'm trying to make this quick since literally I'm going to be washing my makeup off to take a shower shortly. But I wanted to take an opportunity to show you guys that blemishes happen to everybody. All right, forehead, down the nose. And then I'm just going to put a little on my chin. He's from the UK, isn't he, Jamie? Craig David? Okay. So you can see that Velour is not a super bright concealer, but it's got a little bit more of a yellow undertone to it, and it just blends in really, really nice with the lace. So if you're just looking for a little bit of brightness and a little bit of coverage, then if you use lace, Velour would be a great option for you. It's not going to give you a huge amount of brightening like Scarlet would, but a lot of people don't like that. I was lazy today and I didn't wash my makeup sponge, so I'm just going to put a little rose water on it because I want it to be damp when I blend it in. And I'm just going to press the Scarlet into my skin, or Scarlet Velour concealer. And I like the rose water because it also makes your skin really glowy. Okay. Yes, Southampton. All right, beautiful. I'm going to go in with Scarlet pressed powder though to set this, and I'm going to use a brush to do that, just a little tiny concealer brush like this. And I'm going to set the areas that I concealed with the powder. What this does is it's going to prevent it from moving at all on me. The second thing it's going to do is give me a second layer of coverage. You always want to set any creams and liquids with a powder. And I like to use the Scarlet. You can use the Touch Behold setting spray too, or setting powder rather. But the reason that I use the pressed powder is it's got extra coverage in it. So when I'm literally going to use a product and I'm having a skin blemish issue, I go for the color. Okay, done. So skin is looking finally like we were not totally attacked by wolves. Hi, Bria, which is, you know, a relief because when I wake up in the morning and I see all of this, it's totally defeating. And I think it's because I used to have really bad skin issues. And so once I got over that hump with the Younqiue and everything changed for me, I was like walking on sunshine, and now going back to that, I literally get like anxiety when I get zits. I'm like, no, we can't go back to that place because it was like not good. It was not a good place to be in. All right, so I'm going to go in with Beachfront bronzer in the shade Malibu, which is the darkest shade of bronzer that we have. And I'm just going to go and contour right on my cheekbone with it. I sort of measure from the top of my ear and then angle it down towards the corner of my mouth. And I start towards the back of my face, depositing color back there, and then just very gently fading it up towards the front and staying in that hollow. So that way you get like a very natural bronze as opposed to, you know, that really sharp contour that I'm not a huge fan of. And a little goes a long way, especially when you're using a darker color and you're very fair skinned like myself. Okay. Blend it into the old hairline. Hi, Maria. And then I'm going to go down my nose a little bit. Just warm that up. And then on my jawline is a must. Especially if you're doing family pictures, do not neglect your jawline. You will be so happy because you will not get the double chin. The dreaded double chin in a photo. Oh my God, nothing ruins a photo for me quite like the dreaded double chin. All right, so one thing I'm going to show you, the cheapest makeup trick known to man, is take a big fluffy super powder brush like this and blend your face with it with nothing on it. This has literally nothing on it, but I'm just kind of blending it and buffing out the edges so that we get a perfect blend on our skin, as opposed to really dark spots and really light spots, because nothing looks worse than that, personally. Okay, so let's do brows. I'm going to go in with the Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette. I'm going to do just a very simple powder brow today, which means I'm not going to use the gel over here. The gel gives you a sharper, sort of smoother look, but because we're just going for very natural kind of a thing, I can achieve that just using the powder. So I'm using the dark powder to line the lower and upper portions of my brow. Hi, Gemma. And then I grab all the little baby hairs that live right on the top of my brow arch here, and that helps me to get a sharper arch, but still a very believable arch because it's using all of my natural brow hairs. And then I fill in from the arch to the tail, like that. And then I use whatever is left over on the brush and on my brow already to fade in from the front. Because you want the front of your brow to look a little more sparse than the back of it looks. Like that. So you really use very, very little product. It's just putting the product in the right spot can be the trick. And the tool that I'm using to do this is the Younqiue Original Brow Artist Brush. We have another brush called the Brow Spoolie Brush. So one side is angled, like what I'm using right now, and the other side is like almost like a mascara wand spoolie. And for people that like to comb out their brows, that's a really great option. I really should tweeze mine, to be honest with you, but oh well. All right, so filling in and then fading from the front. Perfect. All right, that's all there is to it. And then just making sure that they match is like your last little check mark box. Okay, perfect. I'm going to take, because we're just doing really simple today, I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer and pop that right in my crease, because we're not being super extra today. And this is like my really quick mom to go glam. Or I'm right now trying to figure out what to pack for vacation next week. And I'm like, should I not pack anything and just pack like bronzer and simple things like that? Or should I pack all my shit? I haven't decided yet. All right, what blush for today? What blush? What blush? Actually, what I'm going to do is go in with a little Touch Behold translucent setting powder. And I'm going to put that on my jawline. Make that contour really stick. So this is a translucent setting powder. It literally does not have any pigment to it. It just keeps everything in place. You could put it over red lipstick and it wouldn't change the color of the red lipstick whatsoever. It has this little annoying mesh thing in it to keep you from like over powdering your product. But it also works as kind of like a magic eraser on your face because it's super finely milled. So we'll let that sit for a few minutes and then we'll dust it off. All right, so let's pick a blush. Let's go in with Sweet. Sweet is one of my favorites. It's a really natural flush color. And I feel like it just adds that extra bit of like believable warmth to your face. Okay. So I better leave that out so I actually know what I used when I go back to write it out today. Okay. And then we're gonna do mascara. 4D, of course. Hi, Amina. So we're using 4D mascara. This is going to lengthen and separate your lashes from here to kingdom come. I always put my mirror down beneath me when I do this because it makes my lashes so long that I bump into the area underneath my eyebrow all the time. So if you put your mirror beneath you, that does not happen. Okay. I do 2 coats. The first coat is kind of like a primer coat, and then the second coat really sets everything apart. So I give it a little bit of a minute to breathe in between. Okay. And then the second coat is where the magic happens, as they say. What this mascara has in it is little Y-shaped fibers, and they bind to your lashes to make your lashes appear that much longer and thicker. Like, that looks like a fake lash to me, even more so in person. And I do believe that it's getting low in stock. Of course it is, right? Okay, so that is 2 coats of the 4D, and then I'm going to take and put a little bit on my lower lash line so that you can see those lashes as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, let's do a really easy lip. I'm gonna use Luxe. I'm gonna use Pouty Lip Liner and Luxe Lustrous Lip Gloss. La 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 la. All right, actually before we do that, I'm gonna put a little highlighter on my face because what would the day be without a little highlighter? So I'm gonna go in with Benevolent Pressed Luminizer and just put that right on my cheekbones and down my nose and on my Cupid's bow, just to kind of give a little bit of extra glow. I feel like it makes you look really healthy. That's why I love it. All right, so this is, oh, I lied. This is Prudent. I don't want Prudent. I want Pouty. Pouty. So Pouty is like a really nice natural pink. And it's slightly darker than Prudent. But honestly, I live for lip gloss and lip liner. Okay. And I do overdraw my lips just a little bit right in the center. And that makes them look a little bit bigger. All right, so this is just pouty lip liner. Make sure it's even. Pouty lip liner, and then I'm going to top it with Luxe Lustrous Lip Gloss. This is closest to like NARS Turkish Delight, if you've ever used that. Kim Kardashian, that used to be like her shade. Not that that matters, but just so you know, the more you know, like that little rainbow appears over my head, the more you know. Anyway, that used to be her jam. Okay, so as you can see, a little makeup goes a very long way, especially if you're experiencing breakouts. But I've got total coverage on my chin, on my cheek. Everything is mellowed out and gone. Nothing feels heavy or greasy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing any cosmetics right now, honestly. So that's one of my favorite things about these products. But to finish, I'm going to go in with a little Touch Behold setting spray. And that is what's going to hold it together. Even though technically I'm going to be washing it off, but whatever. Everything that we have, I've got super sensitive skin myself. I can't use a lot of different products from a lot of different companies because they'll irritate my eyes, or I'll develop welts or hives or things like that, or just get really itchy. My mom is the same way. I've never had a problem with anything Younqiue so far, cross my fingers, that it never happens. So if you are someone who has super sensitive skin, give it a try. There's always a 14-day love it guarantee. So from 14 days from when you get your product, you can always exchange it for a full, return it for a full refund. Or there's a 90-day guarantee where you can exchange it for another product if you're not totally satisfied with it. So a lot of different opportunities to make sure you're getting exactly what you want out of your makeup. And as always, I'm always here to help color match you or walk you through how to do something or picking the proper colors and stuff like that. So never hesitate to ask me any questions that you might have. Other than that, we still have the 20% off all of, hi Sarah, we still have the 20% off all of the presenters kits. So if you're interested in buying like a wholesale rate for yourself or doing something like this and selling makeup, you can certainly let me know and I can send you the link to look at it. The presenters kits have a ton of makeup in there, and I think the most expensive one is like $159. But there's never any other fees after that to be a presenter. You don't have to pay an annual thing. You don't have to purchase $100 of product every month, anything like that. So with that, I'm off to finish taking care of the kids, and then we're off to run errands. But I will be back here on Saturday. Hopefully I will be more tan than I am now because I'm getting spray tanned later today. And yeah, so I love you guys, and I will see you then.